y'all. This week episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville got me in a tizzy. I got a lot to say. This gonna probably be a long recap, so go ahead and grab you some wine, some popcorn, your dinner, or whatever have you, okay? Because I got a lot to say. And if you over there on Patreon watching this, you getting a treat because you get to hear all this cussing I'm about to do, okay? With no mute, all right? Let's get into this week's episode. Melody and her friend, Sharnita, that you remember from Football Wives back in the day on VH1, and I think the other girl name was like Lauren or something like that. She didn't really have much to say. She was just there. They get to the mansion in St. Thomas first. And, you know, the staff and everything welcomes them. And Mel was like, you know, I'm happy we got here first. That way I can go and assign all the rooms. So it ain't going to be a bunch of, well, who got this room and who got that. She's just going to do assignments. Now, on my last birthday trip, I did assign rooms and everything. And I'm telling you guys this because it plays a part on what I think and how I feel about how Mel chose the rooms for everybody. So she goes around the house and she gives Sharnita her own room, her friend Lauren her own room. She gives Kimmy, Destiny, and Tisha a room together. When she did it, she said, you know, this would be a good room for them because Tisha's bringing a guest. She said again, I don't know who that guest is. Put a pin in that. She was like, but whoever it is, it'll be best for them to all be in the same room with each other. Then as far as Stormy and Trisha, she gave them a room together because it was a room with 2 queen beds. And then she put Sunny in her own room because none of the girls really are feeling her, which is obvious. And then she gave Miss Nell her own room. So that's how she went about doing everything. The other ladies are at the airport in St. Thomas. They just landed. They're waiting on their luggage. Here go Trisha walking around looking like Sideshow Bob. I don't know what on earth possessed her to get her hair done like that, but she should have got sent home. She should have got sent home right off rip. Just disrespectful. No, just messed up the whole vibe. Like everybody else looking cute, then here you come throwing the whole thing off. Like, no. Then all of a sudden, as they're waiting on their luggage, Sunny walks up and everybody's shocked to see her. They didn't know that she was coming. Now, obviously, she must have flew out of St. Louis or whatever, so that's why she wasn't on the same flight as them. Kimmy was like, hey, Sunny, like, how you doing? Miss Nell spoke to her. Tisha was giving her the stank face, didn't speak to her until Sunny spoke to Tisha. Stormy was kind of like, hey, you know, everybody was real like dry, standoffish. Tisha was literally giving her, like I said, the stank face. And I didn't like that. I didn't like it at all because you can have feelings about a person, but that don't mean you got to treat them bad, especially when she has not done anything to any of you. I understand some of y'all are friends with Destiny and you got allegiance to Destiny and how Destiny feels. And that's valid. But that doesn't mean that you have to be mean to somebody and make them feel uncomfortable. I just thought it was a bunch of mean girl behavior and I didn't really like it. It's nothing to say hi. You ain't got to stand there doing all of this. Like, it's just not necessary at all. I just don't like it. Is it just me? Am I being too sensitive? Y'all let me know how y'all feel about the situation. On the van ride to the house, they're on the van ride talking about Stormy having another baby. She's gonna do it via surrogate, and she says that she wants to start the process before the end of the year, and hopefully she'll, you know, have a baby on the way. And Stormy was like, you know, I'm going through the same process. I did split IVF. And they was like, what's that? And she was like, well, I had to do it twice because basically the first time it didn't take or whatever. And Stormy was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Now, I don't know if anybody else said I'm sorry to her, but they didn't show it. And she was like, no, it's okay. It's fine. And Stormy in her confession was like, I feel bad for her. You know, the fact that she's going through infertility issues and stuff like that. You know, and I don't wish that on anybody that has been a ColorMePynk T-Squad member knows that I had to have a partial hysterectomy at the age of 31. I always wanted to have another child, and unfortunately I was never able to. So I get it. I'm blessed to have had my one, thank God. But I understand, wanting a child and not being able to physically have one, or having issues, or whatever the case may be. But everybody else, from what they showed us, was pretty much on mute about the conversation. So the girls arrived to the house. Everybody's super excited and everything. And Mel was like, I've already assigned rooms. Y'all go find y'all rooms or whatever. So everybody going to look for their rooms and stuff. Tisha is immediately pissed when she sees the room that she and Kimmy and Destiny are in. She is mad boots. And she was like, I'm ready to go home. She is not here for it. She don't like the fact that she's sharing a room, and that Mel other friends got their own rooms, and she just like, no. Then we see Miss Nell going around like, where my room? I don't see my name nowhere. So she getting upset. Now it's obvious that Miss Nell probably ain't ate for real and been swigging on champagne, or probably had a drink or something on the plane. It seems to me like Miss Nell had a few, okay? She all in her feelings. Mel, where my room? I don't see my name nowhere. And Mel was like, I have you one with your own room. I said Miss Nell is older than all of us. She needs a little more space. Mind you, Sharnita is sitting on the couch behind her, making eye contact to their other little girlfriend. Like, what the is going on? Like, what? Like, why is this old lady acting a fool over a damn room? Like, what? So Miss Nell was like, why you throwing shade? How you know how old I am? How you know I'm the oldest? And Mel was like, cause you are. She was like, no shade. You don't look like it, but you are. And Nell get to saying, you gonna quit throwing shade at me about my age and this, that, and the third. And everybody kind of looking like, what the is going on? It's obvious that she has an issue with her age. She won't even say her age. She don't like being the oldest out of all of the women. But girl, you are. Get over it. Get over it. With age becomes wisdom, and you need to be happy that you are living to see another year and another age. I'm proud of my age, goddammit. I am proud to be 43 years old. Thank you, Jesus, because I could be dead and in the ground. Okay? So I hate when people have issues with their age and be all confrontational about it. It's like, girl, get over it. And she was just acting weird and loud and doing too much. But like I said, it's obvious that she had been chug-a-lugging, all right? So low-key, I want to give her a pass, but it was annoying, okay? So annoying. Like, the trip is already starting off wrong. So we see Tisha storming around the house, pissed off. Kimmy chases her outside and was like, Tisha. And Tisha's like, no, because it's disrespectful. It's disrespectful. And here go Trisha walking up. Very, very. Who is Shanita? Like, basically, like, how Shanita get her own room? First of all, what's disrespectful is your hair, bitch. What is disrespectful is that pineapple, that pine cone, you call a hairstyle. You got a lot to say for somebody that just joined this circle of women, okay? For you to be talking about some very and egg and stuff on. I don't like her. I don't like her. Coming from somebody that every birthday, when I go out of town, much like how I'm going out of town this week for my birthday, I always purchase an Airbnb, okay? I purchased the Airbnb. I'm not one of those people that say, hey, I'm getting an Airbnb. Can you pitch in and can you pay? No, I pay for the whole Airbnb myself. It's not an issue. It's not a problem or whatever. I want everybody to be able to come, have a good time, be comfortable. Only thing I ask of my friends to pay for, of course, is their air flight and pay for their own food, okay? But you're getting to stay in this beautiful home for free. I'm paying for the yacht ride we're going on, you know what I'm saying? I have the itinerary planned and everything. Everybody got their own rooms or whatever, but even for my birthday trip that I went on 2 years ago, some people did have to share a room. And I put the people, this is how I assigned the room. My best friends, of course, got the better rooms, of course, or got, their own single rooms. And then some of my other friends who are a little lower on the total pole of friends got, you know what I'm saying, the room that you had to share a room with somebody. But the rooms were still beautiful. And those people that had to share, which I think was like maybe only 2 people, still got their own bathroom and everything. Like, it was beautiful, beautiful, beautiful accommodations, right? So I didn't see any issue with Mel giving her close friends good rooms. That's what you're supposed to do with your best friends. You're supposed to give your best friends the better rooms. I guess Kimmy and Tisha felt like, since they're OGs on the show, that they should have gotten single bedrooms. But obviously, it ain't one of them cash trips. And Mel was like, this is my cash trip. I'm going to give my friends the best room, and I'm going to situate everybody else accordingly. I didn't feel it was wrong for the way that she put everybody. I really didn't, because first of all, let's rewind back to last week's episode when she told the girls about the trip. And Tisha said, can I bring a +1? She said, I don't care, but I just want to let you know y'all going to be sharing a room. Tisha's response was, oh no, I'm not doing that. She said, well, y'all going to have to figure it out. She's going to have to stay at a hotel or something like that. So don't come on this trip acting like this is a surprise to you that you got to share a room with somebody. Like, you coming and starting drama over something that was already told to you. And I don't know why Mel didn't bring that up to her. Like, girl, I told you what it was. So don't try to come to me getting an attitude about your room accommodations. Okay? And then secondly, I didn't feel no type of way because we don't fuck with each other like that. Okay? And you got a room, you got a bed, you got a bathroom. Yeah, you got to share it with somebody. Bitch, you on a free trip. You on a free trip, staying in a free house with free food, free flight. If you don't hush and be quiet, can't take black folks nowhere. People are just so, they feel like they are entitled to certain things. If I was Tisha and I went on that girls trip, I wouldn't have been surprised that I was in a room with my sister-in-law and my +1. I wouldn't have been shocked by that at all. And you need to be happy she didn't put you in a room with Sunny. Or you need to be happy she didn't put you in a room with Stormy, because she really could have been messy and did it that way. So I just felt like they were doing the most. Her and Kimmy were doing the most. Y'all plan a trip, and then y'all can decide where everybody sleep. How about that? Y'all need to be happy OWN even paid for y'all to go on a cash trip finally. Okay? It took y'all 8 years to finally get here. Y'all need to be hip hop hooray up out that hole. Okay? Here go Trisha old Simpsons looking at some. Y'all definitely should have had y'all own room. Nell, meanwhile, in the house, still freaking out about not having a name tag on her bed. It's obvious at this point that she drunk. So obvious. So at that point, I would have just let her be and let her roam around the house talking shit. I wouldn't have even engaged in conversation with her because she's inebriated and she's talking outside of her neck. That's why I don't like being around people that can't handle their liquor. I can't stand it. It's part of the reason why I don't drink. I cannot stand it, okay? But being around alcoholics my whole life, I've learned how to deal with those types of people. So I would have just been like, okay, Miss Neal, I just would have been, okay, y'all, let's carry on and let her go sleep it off. Go do something. But she freaking out over this name tag, child. And in her confessional, she says that she was upset because she was sure that she took care of Mel on the Houston trip. Meaning she gave on the Houston trip, she gave Mel a really good room. Had a little kitchen in there, her own private entryway, and all this type of stuff. And sure enough, even though the room Mel put her in is still a separate room, she still has to share, I think, a bathroom or something with the other girls, or the entryway into her room. Like there's no like privacy or something like that with the door area or something. I think that's why she was mad that she didn't get a room like with a door and her own bathroom and stuff like that. So I can understand why Miss Nell probably felt some type of way. You know what I'm saying? But once again, those are her homegirls. And I feel the same way, Miss Nell. You still got a room to yourself. Like, what the fuck are you complaining for? Shut up. Oh my God. Mel assures her that she was not trying to be funny in no shape or way. So Shanita then offers Miss Nell her room to have. She was like, you could have my room. It's not a problem. If you want it, you could have it. And so here goes Sunny being the producer. I see you, Sunny. We see each other. Sunny being the producer, she is. Talking some Mel. I think some other people mad about their room. Kimmy and Tisha outside. They mad, girl. I think you need to go see what's going on. And Mel, I'm pretty sure she knew that she was being produced, or either she fell for it, went right on outside and was like, what's going on? So Mel was like, Sunny said y'all were upset. And here goes Kimmy Thompson. Well, I don't think upset is the best terminology. Yes, it is. You're upset. Y'all both are mad. Like, I hate when people feel a way and then try to downplay their feelings. Say you're upset. Say you're mad. Because that's what you are. And here goes Tisha Thompson. Just disappointed. No, you're not disappointed. You're mad. You're mad. You feel like she playing in y'all faces. You feel like she trying to be funny. Say how you feel. Don't mince your words. They tell Melody that the room is small, and Tisha says it represents how she feels about them. And if I was Mel, I would have been like, well, as far as you're concerned, yeah. And this goes back to saying what we mean and meaning what we say. Yeah, yeah. You're 1,000%. Yeah. It does. It does. Yeah, especially with you. Mel then explains to them why she gave them the room. And it's because it was 3 of them. And she says that she gave Sunny her own room because y'all not feeling her. And she then goes even further to offer them her room. No, she offers them Shanita and Lauren's room if they want to have their own private room. And that ain't good enough. Kimmy was like, well, no, we don't want that because it should have been done that way in the first place or whatever. And Mel was like, well, what do you want me to do? If that's not good enough for you, then why are we complaining? Why are we mad? Please explain to me. Because now y'all just putting 10 on 20. It's like the girl is offering you y'all own private rooms, but then y'all want to be like, well, no, I don't want it because your pride and your ego. Like, if y'all don't get somewhere and go sit down, gross sisters. Oh my word. Back inside, Sunny being the producer she is, Miss Nell, maybe you should go out there and see what's going on. You should go check on Mel. You sly fox, you. So here go Nell. Okay, where they at? Where they at? So Nell go outside standing like Boss Hog, talking about, so what's going on? Miss Nell says, in Houston, I know everyone was upset about, I guess, the room accommodations. And Tisha was like, yeah, but we sucked it up and we dealt with it. And Nell said, y'all gonna have to suck this one up because I'm sandwiched in between y'all asses. And baby, Kimmy Lip did one of these. Kimmy was so thrown off, like, who the fuck this old talking to? Kimmy walked up in her face so fucking fast and was like, all of this? We don't need that, okay? We don't need it. Like, Kimmy was on go. Kimmy was like, fuck all of this. So they get to arguing back and forth. And Nell asks, who said something about fighting? They like, girl, nobody said nothing about fighting. What the fuck is you talking about? Like, it's obvious at this point that they knew that she was drunk or tipsy or whatever. But I'm looking at Tisha like, this is exactly how you was acting at Nell's birthday party. Neither one of y'all can handle y'all liquor. Y'all need to be banned for the rest of this damn trip, okay? Tisha was like, and your titty almost coming out. Pull up. She pulls up Miss Nell's top for her. She told me, no, don't do that. Don't do that. And she was like, what, you want me to just have your titty out? Don't do that. Don't touch me or whatever. And Tisha like, girl, okay. So she getting mad. Miss Nell goes to leave, and Kimmy was like, we don't need no help. And Nell says, if you didn't need no help, we wouldn't have been out here. Wouldn't be arguing over no room. Kimmy said, my ass right here, Miss Nell. What the fuck is wrong with her? Kimmy was ready to fight. You can tell Kimmy was pissed. She was still mad about the room situation. Then here come this old drunk heifer out here talking shit, being loud and belligerent and all of this shit. Kimmy was over it. Over it, okay? When you have gone through a life-threatening illness like breast cancer, you don't have time for nonsense, okay? So I fully get why Kimmy went from 0 to 100 real quick. Because it's like, girl, I will knock out your old right now, okay? And they had a right to feel the way that they did when it came to Nell. Nell was doing too much. She was tipsy and was getting on everybody's nerves. Kimmy is on 1,000. She so mad, you could tell she wanted to cry. I think she might have even started crying. So Mel was like, you okay? And she was like, Mel, I just want everybody to get along. We're supposed to have a good time. It's supposed to be a girls' trip. And I'm like, Lord Jesus. Back in the house, Nell talking about some, they full of shit. And I'll be the one to whoop their ass. Nell is an angry little munchkin. I'm sorry, she is. So Mel then asked Miss Nell to talk one-on-one. She finally get her to go upstairs, and she's talking to her about what just happened. And of course, Nell is being defensive. She don't feel like she did anything wrong. She's not going to accept any accountability for anything. And Mel even says to her, like, you got loud with me. And, I think it was your tone with them. I don't care. I don't care. Don't be touching me. Don't be putting your hands on me. And this, that, and the third. And I'm like, oh my God, she is one of them old people that is just so stuck in their ways. So much so that me and her wouldn't be able to be friends, because I can't be friends with somebody that can't say, you know what, I was wrong. And Miss Nell has a problem doing that. I see now with not only her family, but with her friends as well. Because Miss Girl, you were wrong. You were so wrong. The way you was talking to Mel, the way you was talking to Tisha, the way you was talking to Kimmy. You were so wrong and out of pocket and out of line. You really were. And you owed all of them an apology. Just like Tisha owed you an apology for how she acted at your birthday party. You did the same thing. So Mel has some carnival dancers come in. It lightens the mood. Everybody's having a good time. They sit down for dinner and everybody's laughing and talking. It seems like, we're trying to get into the groove of things. And Tisha says to Sharnita, Mel was like, I'm going to bring my single friends on the trip. So I'm like, what's going on with the single friends? Why you have to specify that they're single? What? This is my problem with Tisha this season. She's trying so hard to show that she has a voice, and I'm going to speak up, and I'm going to say whatever I think and how I feel, and I ain't no punk, but it's coming across so inauthentic. It really is, because these arguments that you're making are so childish and stupid. What was the point of that statement? Really, what was the point of that statement? Because she said she's bringing her single friends. They're single. They're not married. That's what it meant. The fuck is wrong with you? Oh my God. So everybody kind of looking like, here we go. And Mel was like, because I like to be clear on things. And, that's why I said it. So Tisha was like, I thought you were trying to say the single friends are funner than the married friends. And if I was Mel, I would have been like, that's not what I said. That's how you felt. So that's a you issue, not a me issue. Okay? Because that never came out of my mouth. You're projecting your feelings onto me. And that's not fair, because that's not what I said. I said my single friends coming. Where the did you get they're funner than my married friends out of that. You sound stupid. Eat your goddamn romaine salad and shut the fuck up. Girl, ooh. So then they get on the topic of true friendship and how you really know if a person is your friend. And Sharnita asks Tisha, can you be around somebody you don't like? And she was like, yeah, I'm grown. I'm an adult. And Stormy jumps in and was like, she don't like me. And she sat right next to me. So Shanita then looks at Mel and says, watch her. Shanita ain't new to this. She true to this. Let's not forget she was on a reality show before any of these women. She knows the reality show world. She's been a guest on other reality shows. I think she's supposed to be like a life coach or something. Shanita is going to make her way onto this damn show as a friend of. Watch what I tell you. So Tisha was like, what that mean? Huh? So Mel and Shanita say that basically she's saying watch Tisha because you could think that she cool with you, but really she could be sitting right next to you and don't even fuck with your ass, don't even like you, and you probably wouldn't even know it. Now with that statement, I can see what they're saying, but I think Tisha has made it clear who she like and who she don't like. I don't think that she's one of them people that's gonna just be literally smiling in your face and she don't like you. So I don't feel like that statement really applied to Tisha, and I'm giving her grace on that. I don't think that Tisha's that type of person. But Tisha in her confessional was like, I didn't know Mel was going to bring her bodyguard on this trip. She's very opinionated for somebody that don't know us. Well, no, she don't know you, but she watches the show. Like, come on. And I don't think that she's being her bodyguard. She's being her friend, just like you're being a spokesperson for Destiny. Like, y'all doing the same shit. Like, oh my goodness gracious. So Mel then was like, well, Trish, you got a problem with Sonny because of Destiny. And Trisha was like, no, I don't. I'm just not going to be cordial with her like that. And Mel was like, why? You don't know her. And that's what I'm saying. Like, okay, you and Destiny are cool with one another, but this girl ain't did shit to you. You don't even know her. Okay? You ain't got to be to her. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to be besties with her. But if y'all in the same space and y'all on a cash trip with each other, there's nothing for you to be like, hey, how you doing? You know what I'm saying? Have a little conversation or whatever the case may be. It's not like you and Destiny or BFFs. Girl, bye. Oh my God. People are so ignorant. So ignorant. Mel then breaks down the whole Destiny Sonny situation to her friends. And Shanita was like, well, y'all should be mad at the boyfriend. Why y'all mad at her? And Mel was like, I said the same thing. Trisha was like, no, because Destiny consider her a friend. They would kick it outside of work. And Shanita was like, well, what defines friend? And like I said, Trisha was like, they kicked it outside of work. And Sonny was like, that's not true. We only kicked it one time. Nell was like, look, is Destiny coming? It get quiet at the table. And Tisha was like, yeah, she coming. And so Shanita says, no disrespect, but if it's so much history between her and Mel, why would you invite somebody who she got history with? And Mel was like, yeah, because I ain't know that was going to be the +1. Tisha was like, nah, Mel, don't do that. I text you and told you. She shows the text message. She was like, and I know she had to have read it. I know she did. And she said, I know she read it because that's why she put me in the same room as Destiny. Do I think that she knew Destiny was coming? Absolutely 100% she knew that Destiny was coming. Now, Mel, you full of on that. You know damn well you read that text message and you knew damn well that girl was coming. You probably already knew from production because they paid for her damn ticket. Like, let's not play those types of games. So I will agree with Tisha on that. You flat out lying on that. That's some straight bull swanky. Shanita was like, I told you to watch her, to Mel. And Mel was like, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. Fuck Destiny. And everybody was like, oh shit, like damn. So Shanita says to Mel, she just told you who she was 1,000 times. And she looks at Tisha was like, your actions have said you gonna choose who you want to choose, and the other person got to deal with the ramifications of whatever your choice is. And Tisha was like, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. And Sunny was like, well, you basically did in so many words. And Shanita says, you choose to be friends with somebody after she said, I'm hurt. This is what they did to me. And you chose the person who hurt me. You're not my friend, and I'm cool with that. You're not my friend. I'm not going to play both sides. Now, they showed Tisha just nodding her head in agreement, but in her confessional, she says she trying to keep it cute, but it's going to end up being an issue because Shanita got too much to say. But how Shanita verbalized it is 1000% true. And let's take it back before the destiny of it all. Y'all had been into it before Destiny even played a part in this. Y'all aren't friends. Have not been friends since season 1. You don't look at her as a friend. She don't look at you as a friend. Y'all are literally co-workers. I want to see who goes with each other when this show is really over. And I can bet money that none of them will probably be friends after this show is over. Maybe Mel and Miss Nell, but I see that friendship deteriorating slowly but surely. But ain't none of y'all friends for real, for real. Yeah, I can't wait to hear you guys' thoughts about the room situation, how Miss Nell was acting. Do you think that Kimmy and Tisha were doing the most, or do you think they had a point? How do you feel about this brewing beef between Shanita and Tisha? Let's talk about it all. I want to hear what everybody got to say. Please make sure to thumbs up this video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on your post notifications so you know when my videos drop. I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.